Welcome back, Heron and Riverside Scholars. Miss Parsons here. Today we are going over Skill 25 guided notes, finding the line of best fit. Okay, so what is a line of best fit? The line of best fit goes through the points on a scatter plot. Sometimes we call it a trend line, and it's an approximate line that fits the data best. The distance between the line and all the points above is the same as the distance between the line and all the points below. I can't spell today. Blue. No. Below. So looking at this first graph here, this first scatter plot, okay, I wouldn't want to draw a line that models this down here. Okay, we don't want all the points above. We also don't want all the points below. So what would be a good line that we could draw that would follow the trend of where these dots are going, where we have pretty much the same amount on top as we do below? So between A, B, C, and D, what do you think models the data best? Okay, hopefully you're looking at A and you're saying, well, man, there's a lot of points above, but there aren't any points below. Yeah, it goes through 3 of the points, but it's not very even here. C, we've got our line here with 1 above and 2 below. It's closer. Here, we've got 2 above and 2 below, so that's pretty even, but is it following the trend of where these dots are going? No. B would be the correct answer. It's following the trend of where these dots are heading. So a precise line of best fit can be determined by finding an equation using points on the trend line. So if I'm looking at this scatter plot, we have a line of best fit already drawn in, and we're going to find the slope by choosing any 2 points on the line. So we're going to use this point here, which is 4.5, 75. We're also going to use this point here, which is 145. How do we find the slope using 2 points? Hopefully you guys remember this formula. M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So I'm going to plug that in here. 75 minus 45, taking my 2 y values, over 4.5 minus 1. I get 30 over 3.5, which is 8.6. Step 2 is to use point slope form to find the equation of the line of best fit. Okay, point slope form is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. So all we need for this equation is we need the slope, which is convenient since we Already found that in step 1. And we need a point. We've got 2 of them. You can pick whichever one you want. Sometimes there's going to be easier numbers. We're going to work smarter, not work harder. So I'm going to pick this one. So I'm going to plug it in. Y minus y1, that was 45, is 8.6 times x minus 1. And we are going to get this into slope-intercept form by distributing this 8.6 through. And then I'm going to add 45 to both sides. That gives me 36.4. So that is our solution, just following those 2 steps. Okay, and none of that should be new to you. We've done this before. So in this example, the scatter plot shows the relationship between the average temperature at a sports stadium and bottled water sales. Which equation models the line of best fit? Well, they were nice enough to draw our line here. And let's see, we have to pick 2 points on this line. And I picked 65, pick this one. Interesting. I don't know why I did that. And I picked 99, this one, there. And so I'm going to find the slope of this using those 2 points. One of them was 65.6, and the other was 99, and I said 9.9. Okay, we're going to approximate it the best we can. So I'm going to find the slope of this. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 9.9 minus 6, 99 minus 65, get 3.9 over 34, and that gives me 0.11. And I can look at my choices here, and I can already narrow some down. I know the slope's going to be 0.11. So let's cancel those out. We know the slope is not 9.17. So we can go ahead and cross those out. So let's see. How am I going to find out what my B is here? Well, I'm going to use my point slope formula, and I'm going to plug in one of these 2 points. I'm going to work smarter, not harder, so I'm going to pick this point here, the 65.6, and I'm going to plug in y minus 6. We know the slope's 0.11, x minus 65. Distribute through, because we want to get it into slope-intercept form. And 0.11 times 65, it gives me 7.46. Add 6 to both sides. Y equals 0.11x minus 1.46. Okay, neither of those match up. Why don't they match up? One of the reasons could be that we approximated this 9.9.1, but if I had to have a multiple choice, which one would you pick? Well, we would pick A, because we know that our B, even though it's off by just a little bit, is still going to be negative. Last example here. Identify the coordinates of 2 points that a line of best fit can be drawn through on the scatter plot. Okay, so where would you draw these lines of best fit? Okay, it's not necessarily wrong how you would put it, as long as you have a really good, close approximation. I would probably draw it through this point here. So that is 825. And then I would also probably go through this point here, which is 1835. Okay, maybe you guys chose to go through this point here. That's not necessarily wrong. All right, so don't freak out if you disagree with me. Okay, remember these are approximated lines. Okay, now if you drew a line that was straight up and down, we would argue. If you drew a line that was way up here, we would argue. Okay, but as long as you have a close approximation, this pen is beautiful. We're going to use this one. Okay, so I would say that's my line of best fit. Not this one, not to be confused with that one. Okay, and write an equation. Well, how would I write an equation? Oh, okay, well, I need to find the slope, and I need to put it into point slope form, and then I need to solve it. So how would I do that? Let's find M using my 2 points, 35 minus 25 over 18 minus 8 gives me 10 over 10, which gives me 1. I'm going to plug in one of my points. I'm going to use 825. So I have y minus 25 equals 1 times x minus 8. Distribute the 1 through. The x minus 8. Add the 25. And y equals x plus 17. Okay, if you use 2 different points, you would come up with a different answer. Okay, but as long as it is a good approximation, a intelligent approximation, you will be fine. All right. Okay, so hopefully that explains what a line of best fit is, a line that follows the trend of a scatter plot. So you guys have a great day.